Hi there, this is Josh from Literary Gladiators, and today I'm here to share my third book review for this channel. The book that I will be reviewing was adapted into a film in 2008, where it first caught my attention. I thought that the premise was quite interesting from what I saw, and then I found out that there was a children's book that it was based off of. And I definitely wanted to check that out, and when I did check it out, it just so happened that I'm doing my French February challenge, and there was a French element to this novel, and so I decided to incorporate it into the channel. The book that I'll be talking about is The Tale of Despereaux by DiCamillo. And while I had high expectations for this children's book, these expectations were unfortunately not met. But otherwise, the premise of the story is that Despereaux Tilling is a misfit mouse. He's small, he was born with his eyes open, and he has these quirkers that most mice do not hold. He lives in a castle with his father Lester, his mother Antoinette, who is of French descent, and he has older siblings, most notably Furlough and Merlin. Instead of eating the pages of books like his family likes to do, Despereaux would rather read the pages and immerse himself in the story. He especially got a lot out of a story about a knight who saved a princess. Despereaux ultimately breaks a cardinal rule when he comes into sight of Princess P and King Philip, and makes matters worse when he engages in a conversation with Princess P. He's caught by his brother and tried on the Mouse Council, and he's sent to the dungeon on negative terms because he shows no remorse of his actions. The story also follows two other misfits, one of which is a rat named Chiaroscuro. He is known better as Roscuro, and he is immersed with light when he sees the door of the dungeon open. But the other rats, most notably Botticelli, tell him that he needs to be more like the others and be a rat, wreak havoc, that kind of deal. And the other misfit is a young girl named Miggery Snow, who is traded by her father for some petty supplies and lives with this cruel man who insists on being called Uncle, and she wants to become a princess, which, in that case, in the general sense, it's a bit of a pipe dream, but that's how things are structured in this particular work. As for what I thought, the thing that I like most is the fact that DiCamillo and how she narrates makes sure that all of the loose ends are tied. She's very good at developing the characters to the degree that we're introduced to them and we have an idea of what happens to them. And I like that about it. I'll get back to what I disliked about it, but there were major things that really turned me off. First off is the wooden narration. I felt that DiCamillo was trying too much to make assurances. She broke a lot of fourth wall, saying that, don't worry, we'll get back to this, or tries to speak directly to the reader as if she is storytelling, which isn't a bad thing. I think that sometimes storytelling gives you that warm and cozy feeling, but I felt that in this case it was a bit annoying. And I also, another thing about the narration is pointing out the potential vocabulary words if this is being presented to a classroom, like the word perfidity. She's pretty, I have a feeling she's just wink-winking to the teacher, saying, okay, here's a vocabulary word that you can include in your class discussion. But then again, I'm also the kind of person that, while I find the desire to learn new words as necessary, I feel that discussion about the story and its meaning is more important. The next gripe that I had about it is the target audience. According to Candlewick Press, this is suited for the crowd between the ages of 7 and 10, which is 1st to 4th grade. I feel that as much as I don't find, I really don't think there should be, I don't believe in banning books. I believe that there are certain works that should be taught at a certain level. I don't know if Huckleberry Finn is the right thing to teach to kindergartners. I really would have my quirks about that, but this is a pretty dark novel. I think that there is graphic occurrences, losing of limbs, death, which people can understand, but I don't know, in that fashion, I'm not sure. And I think that for the older crowd that will get it, the 3rd and 4th grade crowd, they may become a bit annoyed by the fact that the narration can be a bit childish. I feel that it's very foggy the way that by the time someone is going to understand everything going on, I don't know if they are going to embrace the more cloying elements that come with the novel. I would say 2nd grade is probably your best bet for a target audience, but I still think that it comes with its issues. Another issue I had with this novel is the lack of Despereaux. I think that he was the character that I felt deserved the most attention. It is his tale, and I felt that I held a bit of sympathy for him. I think that she intends to create sympathy for the others, but I felt chiaroscuro and Migri-So were a bit ridiculous and in some cases idiotic. But it still doesn't excuse keeping Despereaux out so much. I felt that he was only in about 60% of the story, and for 90 pages he was almost absent completely. I feel that telling chiaroscuro and Migri-So's stories was essential, but I think that they could have done that, but still making this Despereaux's adventure, which I feel that she misses the mark on. And also, I feel that while she is able to tie all the loose ends about the characters and answer any questions we may have. I feel that these characters were not developed as well. I feel that I especially didn't like King Philip. I thought that he was very cartoonish. I think that he was just very immature. I thought he was a bumbling muffin, I would say. That's probably the most accurate way that I could put it. I just feel that things I think that the dimension to them was a bit flat, and it could have been so much better. I feel that Despereaux could have really excelled as a character, and that this could have been a great adventure, but it was very limited, and I feel that it did not meet the expectations that it could have easily met. I give this 5 out of 10, which is a marginal disapproval. I still think that I could not recommend this. I think that there are other books that would have the opportunity to attract the attention of first, second, third, fourth graders, and this is not one of them. It's unfortunate because it really had my attention, and I really don't have a major collection of children's books that I read today. Already, thank you for tuning into this review. I hope you tune in to more of our individual videos or standard episodes. We have a lot more on the way. And for now, keep reading.